Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Northwestern Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
All right.
Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan State's offense will get the first crack at it here. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with
Good job washing your hands.
Reese always knows where to go with the
breakfast.
football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with.
He's off to the races.
Look at
He's
that.
at the 40,
Can you imagine
the
that?
20, the 10. Touchdown, Michigan State.
That was nice.
And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll start the return inside the spot. And the returner is stopped. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Northwestern right back to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sweet feet buy a little time. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. Northwestern will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
I don't even know if there's Sunday school today.
Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds.
So you didn't miss it.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David.
Can anyone catch him? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him.
And he won. to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
You know, this offense has a ton of speed at wide receiver, and they can generate explosive plays throwing it down the field. It's not just going to be go routes and post throws. How about executing the corner route against man-to-man coverage?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Third down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the move at the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ogden. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Let's see what they've got on second down. Handoff from the gun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Floating away. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Touchdown, Smarty! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Yes.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great
What's
position.
a ton of time?
Michigan State has the ball back.
Telling
and
a
here
story?
comes the offense. This
You like
offense
those
has really
stories.
been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Once
These
upon a
guys
time.
offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's York. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
And,
He's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now.
what's
He's
a
been
punt?
playing
That's
so
something.
much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's third down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Pocket starts to collapse. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
The returner is tackled down at the 43. And the Michigan State offense will take
The
over.
Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Number 19 with the catch and score.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And that's going to fall to the ground.
Are you okay?
That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for
Love
the
you,
5th
Anna.
time today.
Love you, Anna.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Sparty! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
with the return.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
On third down, going up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and take it back. Touchdown, Spartans! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder.
Number 89 takes it back.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown.
0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Give to the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll toss it to the left. Got room at the 35. Off he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan State 72, Northwestern 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better.
I like
They'll
it.
bring it out to the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
There's a party in
This
this one.
offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the
So yummy,
quarterback. Now
so
it's
yummy.
2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's coming. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
Touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Northwestern, 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to...
Brings it down on the right side. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Using his legs to buy some time. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking for room. It's Cummings. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Northwestern will have to punt it away.
Number 11, on to punt it away.
He's got it. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Touchdown, Michigan State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. Sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball.
Touchdown, Michigan State! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team. circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Sparty! And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Spartans.
And Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Line gets set, first down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the... First down here for the offense. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Puts him in the spin cycle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the stomping has commenced. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are... Man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards, but that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Yeah, 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Makes a move. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Goes to the option. Discards a man. Touchdown, Smarty! And the punishment has been extended. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 14 to UCF. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the ground, it's Cummings. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Corrals it at the 45. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Spartans have offense hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
They'll try the left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Spartans. And the route is on.
Number 31 in the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
The returner brings it out.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's still running after the move. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th. And right down the middle. Lining.
Number 19.
Kick after that touchdown drive.
This one away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his third sack of the game.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. From midfield, looking for room. Touchdown, Sparty! And the pummeling has started. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, practice squad. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy. If you're the more physical team, if you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. This defense is showing the Spartan spirit, and they are swarming.
I mean, they're making them earn everything. Nothing given up free. Playing so good at all the levels of the defense.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Spartans! And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's Hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the punishment has been extended. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Still looking on the move. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, you could tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
They cough it up inside their 3. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something.
And the pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Sparty. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about the...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're bringing heat. It's another safety. They get their 3rd one of this game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
The quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.